Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, it is a gorgeous day, and as usual, we're going to try and get a whole bunch of different things done around here today. But before we get started with the day, I just want to ask you to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. We sure appreciate the support. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. That helps us immensely. Anyhow, let's get on with the day. Work to do. Well, it is a beautiful day, and I think I'm going to take Hazel some grapes to her nest. I want these girls trained to realize that when they hatch babies for me, they get all kinds of treats. Skip the dishes, grapes cut into little pieces for treats. Got to make sure the girls know they get all kinds of pampering when they make babies for me. So we'll go see what her and let's check on Ruby and the ugly babies too, because they are ugly babies now. As usual, I can hear her. Oh, look, you must have been out because your eggs are in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's one of yours. I'll get you some fresh water too, sweetie. Yeah. Would you like some grapes? Look. Look what I have for you. Hey, isn't that nice? Yeah, they're all yours. You don't have to fight everybody else. We got 2 here, 3 here. Okay, and I see a poop in this one, which is not supposed to happen. Look at her, having her grapes. You don't even have to leave the nest, do you, sweetie? Hey? Oh, it's okay. I'm just petting you, huh? You don't have to get all squealy. No, and I'm not stealing your grapes either. No. Oh, isn't that nice? I'll get you some water. There you go. Grapes and fresh water right to your nest. My goodness, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? I was thinking about the 21-day thing, and we counted day 1 as the day the eggs were laid. Now I'm thinking they all hatched mostly, well, they started late at night on the 20th, but mostly on the 21st, whereas I had day 20, or the 20th as day 21. I think they have to be kind of like day-old eggs before they counted as day 1. And that's why we got them mostly on the 21st last time. So I'm going to do that this time too and see if that's more accurate as far as the day for hatching. What do you think, Hazel? You probably know more than me. Look, somebody's poking out there again while it's nice and warm. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go see what Ruby and the ugly babies are up to. Oh. There she is. Her head pops right up. She's like, who are you calling ugly? Nobody's in there, so they must... Oh, isn't this funny? Is it bath time, Ruby? Oh my goodness, your babies are ugly. See that big one? That's the lightest one? Chris thinks that's little chicken's baby, and I think he's right because it's got the little black feathers around its neck. He thinks, and I thought there was 2 of them. Look at it, it's laying down on its side in the sun, just like the other hens do. I'm trying to see if I can see the other one. Oh, that's it, that just hopped up on the other side of the tire, but I don't see the little dark feathers around its neck. My goodness, are these ugly babies now, or what? Oh, they're getting so big, Ruby. And all piling into bed with you. I don't see any other ones that have... What about you? Are you going to follow Mom too? Yep. They never stay still, so I can't get a look at their feathers now. That one, it's got such a tiny comb still. I sure hope we're right and that we got 8 hens. I was looking at the pictures from last year, and I think they started laying eggs around 5 months old. They're already a month old, so 4 more months. Ruby was looking through the fence at Rusty. Yeah, that big one there, the light colored one, is definitely little chicken's egg. Just trying to get a look at their combs. Pretty hard to do. Yeah, see, we thought 2 roosters, and I can see 2 that the comb is a little more pronounced and a little redder, but there's one here too. I might be wrong by 1. But the other ones, I mean, you can still barely see a comb on them, which is a good sign. 8 hens would suit me just fine. Rusty. Is that Rusty? Eh? Pretty soon you're going to be able to take your babies out in the big bad world and let them free range. Yes. Don't forget to teach them they can't go in the potato patch. Now we just had another little chicken emergency on the homestead here, and I thought I would talk about it. Again, I didn't have time to get the camera, and I couldn't have possibly have recorded it anyway. And it's another one of those things where I'm really not sure whether YouTube would allow me to record it, or if people want to see it. What happened was we were sort of here by the doorway, and the inspector was hanging around, and I noticed she had a lot of poop on her bum, like really, really, really messy, like she had bad diarrhea. So we decided to hose her off. Now, when I say hose her off, the nice thing right now is the garden hoses are so long, and they're basically full of warm water. So Chris held her, well, he held her and realized that I was going to hose her off. The truck was parked on the garden hose. Of course, the one spot on 5 acres where it's going to pinch the hose we're trying to use. So I had to hold her midair with Rusty threatening to attack me while he moved the truck to get it off the hose so it wasn't pinched. And so then I gave him back the inspector and I hosed her off, only to discover that she was prolapsed. Now, I had just read about this recently on somebody else's channel. So again, this is, you know, really a large part about educating people and helping other people that are trying to do this too. Because we were freaking out a little bit. Never thought we would be doing this sort of thing, but the point I want to make really is that these are not pets, although we have gotten pretty attached to some of them. But when you take this on, you do things, and you have to do things that you probably never imagined doing. These animals, they do suffer, and you know, when you harvest your animals, you want to do it as painlessly and with as little trauma as possible. But our layers, you know, you're responsible for taking care of these animals. You are responsible for making sure they're not suffering or in pain or whatever. So I did notice there were only 5 eggs today, so low on the eggs. So once we got enough of her washed away, and again, lots of very gentle warm water while Chris held her and I cleaned her off, we discovered that it looked like an egg had broken when she was trying to lay it, and there was some still sticking out. Well, yes, I had to pull it out. And I think that's why she was prolapsed, because the egg had broken and she probably kept pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to get the remnants out. So it was really a mess. Obviously, she must have been extremely uncomfortable. She didn't really struggle much at all. So I think animals, you know, I've had this with dogs too, they know you're trying to help them. And so she was really good. We got her cleaned off as much as we could. And then, yes, you need to put the prolapse back in. So you need to push it back in. We tried a few times, very gently again. And the last time it did seem to stay in. So we're hoping she's going to be okay. And I know, you know, this might be uncomfortable for some people, but this is just a part of taking care of these animals. You cannot, I mean, I couldn't bear to see her suffer with something like that. You have to clean them, you have to take care of them, and you have to do things that you probably never imagined doing. But I'm really hoping, I'll update how the inspector's doing, but I'm really hoping that we got it in time for her to be okay. Just thought I would let people know, because again, I just read about it or I think I was watching a video, I'm not sure, or I read about it when I was researching other stuff. But again, list of things I never thought I would do or be doing, and I just think people take it very seriously. I don't care if it's just a chicken or a dairy cow or whatever. These animals are relying on you to take care of them, especially if they're in pain or suffering. So I'll update you later on how the inspector's doing. You sure can see the cherries on this tree now. With any luck at all, we'll get one pie out of this cherry tree alone. This one here is the healthiest and the biggest, but I don't see that many cherries on it. Chris got the handheld whippersnipper working, so hopefully we can get this mess cleaned up. This is all, oh, there's a couple. Yeah. Now, there's an ant chewing my cherry trees, so it might be the ants doing this. I guess I'm going to have to spray these with something. The mama was in it and I scared her away, which I didn't really want to do. I don't know if I can get my camera up there to see well enough. I'm surprised they don't attack crazy people like me. I just came in. I hate bees. I've been stung by so many bees, but this is a little teeny bumblebee. I kill the wasps, of course, but I'm going to try and catch this little guy and put him back outside. Because you know we don't kill bumblebees.
I just get a broom.
Oh, okay. Yep.
The push broom.
Okay. And the babies did not like the sound of the whippersnipper. They won't even come to get grass. Look at her in the furthest corner with all her babies. It's okay, sweetie. Look at all the grass. It's all for you. There's a big racket in the coop here. Is that the baby stealer again? It is. Well, you must be feeling better if you're back in the mood for stealing babies. Eh? Oh my goodness, maybe you're next. You and Hazel tried to steal Ruby's babies. What's going on? Look at Hazel. She's like, you're not getting my babies. I did my job. Yeah, we're gonna have to inspect her better a little later. Inspect the inspector. Oh, they've come out. Look at all that grass. Yeah. Another big pile over here. It's all for you and your babies. How come you're going inside? What's going on? Well, I've got to clean it up a bit, but that worked really well. I had the rake and instead I used the push broom. Push all the grass into a pile and just threw it over the fence to Ruby and the babies. That's why we put the garden so close to the chicken run too. So I'm going to clean up the rest of this. I took the most of it out of there. But yeah, just sweep the rows in between sweep in between the rows, I should say. But look at the garden. I mean, this is carrots. You can see the carrots coming up. And this one is the beets and leeks down there where the stick starts. Look at the onions. And again, these are the white and purple onions that I did to begin with and forgot that I had run out of yellow onions, and look at the yellow onions are catching right up. I don't know if it was even a week that I put these guys in the ground. So this one is the beans, and they're a little sporadic down at this end, whereas at this end they're doing really well. So not too sure about that. That row is all the lettuces and they're coming up great. And what else? This is the broccoli and cauliflower, I think. And then this is the peas, and again the peas just stopped right here, which is really odd because it's almost exactly where the beans stopped. So I did put more peas in the ground a few days ago. And this, I believe, is the spinach. We got no spinach last year, and there's spinach coming up really well this year. So again, total mystery. Total mystery to me. The tomatoes are going crazy. Some of them are getting really big. So really, really, really happy. I'm going to finish sweeping this up, get it cleaned up in here, and then we'll do the outside, and I'll rake that for Ruby and the girls. So Ruby went back inside because Chris came and did the outside of the garden fence with the whippersnipper. She has huge piles of grass here, but she won't come out now because of the noise. Maybe she will in a couple of minutes. So we'll see. Now everybody's chirping and happy. Lots of grass for you and the babies. Oh my goodness. The inspector laid sort of an egg, part of an egg, or a malformed egg. So at least something's coming out of her, which is a good sign. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's her right there. Oh, the other chicken's pecking the egg yolk off her beak. Your babies are happy now, aren't they? They are crawling over mountains of grass. Yeah. Look at these guys. So happy. I've got supper in the oven, and we're going to dismantle this compost area to redo it. And we're looking for the inspector so we can do an inspection. Well, we got a really good start on this. Actually, we got rid of a big skid that was sort of half stripped that was down here, and then we got rid of the one that was the frame of the one that was up against the straw bales. So we got rid of two messes basically to make the front on this. And we'll go take some more boards off that opening out back that came off the barn, and that should be just about enough to fill the front in. Chris is going to cut them the same height as the back, so it's easy for me to reach over to dump the stuff. And then you see he'll take those two little trees out there, and then that big one down there that makes it so that he can go right up beside the garden when he's cutting with the tractor. This is going to make so much easier, and then he'll have way more room to get in here with the tractor to get the compost out next year. We just had a little look at her, and she's not prolapsed now, so hopefully she'll be okay if she makes an egg tomorrow.
I guess the earth's all cleaner for us.
Oh, I'm recording. Jeez. Look at these crazy chickens all piled in with her again. Look at her tail sticking up the back here. Ruby, you need more room, sweetie. Oh my goodness. You guys don't think you could maybe go in the box next to Mom? Just cuddle each other? No? Y'all gotta be in there with her, do ya? Look at, there's two of them there. I don't know where the head for this one is. They'll let me pet them if... Look at, these ones are going to sleep in their hand. Look, oh, there's two more faces there. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's, oh, I see one in the back there too. 9. 10 must be in behind her bum. Isn't that crazy? I wonder when they're going to stop that silliness. What do you think? You can hear them in there. They're all jostling for their position. You guys all going to bed? There's a lot of racket going on there. Is it you guys? Or are you? Silly chickens. This is right in there. What a bunch of silly chickens. You all going to bed, girls? Yeah, you got your spot, don't you? You like to be close to Rusty? Good girls. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, including Hazel. 9. We had a dog come around a couple times today. We chased him off and he came back, and it seemed like he was sort of skulking up behind the chickens. So that's not good. He was just a young one, but he had a collar on him. So he's a neighbor's dog, and I don't want him coming here and hunting chickens. It sure seemed like he was sneaking up on them a few times. Well, guys, I am going in for the night. It's late, even though it's so beautiful out still, but I've got a lot of work to do on the computer, trying to get all my files organized and all my videos downloaded. So I'm going to say goodnight. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and share this video with your family and friends. And we'll see you next time.